All right, so let's get into it. Welcome to the Blending Funding for Self-Employment webinar. Just really quick, everything that is presented in the content here today is, or this webinar is funded through a grant with the U.S. Small Business Administration. All opinions, conclusions, and or recommendations expressed herein are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of the SBA. All right, we're almost to the fun part. I am so excited to introduce you to the entrepreneurs that will be sharing their experience and answering questions that you might have, and you can pop those in the chat or wait until the end to join the conversation. We've got Rachel Rasnick of Rachel Rasnick Art, and we've also got Michael Coyne of Red, White, and Brew and Budding Violet. We're going to do things a little bit different and honestly pretty fun today. Both of Rachel and Michael have a presentation they'd like to share with us first, and then we'll get into our conversations afterwards. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so I could pull up the first presentation, which will be Rachel. One second. Thank you for your patience. All right, Rachel, are you there?
Yes.
And we'll get you spotlighted. Perfect. All right, everyone, please meet the genius and the creative artist behind Rachel Rasnick Art. Rachel, it's all yours.
Okay. Hi, my name is Rachel Rasnick. I'm the artist of Rachel Rasnick Art, and I live in Rhode Island, and I started painting 7 years ago. At a program Looking Upwards in Middletown. And then one day I started my business. I'm not sure how long ago that was, but I started painting animals, landscapes. They say people yet? People.
You can turn the slide.
I also do commission paintings, and with every looking here, and with every oh my gosh, with
That was right here with your notebooks,
with every print and
package and notebook.
with every thing of art that sells, it goes to Special Olympics.
You don't need a portion.
I donate a special of my portion of
Your sales.
my sales to Special Olympics. So it was hard to get out. I also teach painting classes. And
Okay.
slide.
Yep. Next slide.
And what I sell is my signed print, note cards, and my original paintings.
And you also make
And I also make. Why am I having
notes pads.
no? That's not a notepad.
Mouse
That's
pad.
a mouse pad.
And mugs.
And I said mugs already.
Okay. Good. Turn the page.
Turn the page. And why I started my business.
The picture.
The picture on the right is my very first painting I've ever done. And the reason why I started my business is because my art makes people happy and I want to share it with everyone. And a lot of people wanted my paintings. So I started making signed prints to keep up with my demand and make my art more affordable. And I found something that I was good at and that I love to do. I decided that I wanted painting to be my full-time job and make my own work schedule.
Turn the page.
Turn. How my small business class helped me. It gave me the confidence to start my own business, and it showed me I can do anything. It also explained things in ways I could understand. It helped my business grow with many networking opportunities. Small Business Saturday, Shop RI, newspaper articles, Studio 10 TV show,
Mhm.
Facebook Live with Brendan Kirby, commission for Brian the Fauci, exhibiting in coffee shops and galleries throughout RI. And I was given a grant that I used towards art supplies, prints of my note cards, business cards, and my website.
This classes. You're right here. Introduce me to.
It also introduced me to new friends and businesses across the state.
Tell people what the picture.
And the picture above is my paintings that Brian the Fauci commissioned me to do for
Sports
One
complex.
Sports, which I think is closed now.
It's a sports complex.
And the picture beneath is of me and Michael at his coffee shop, which is now moved.
That's where he's, yep, that's all your prints on the wall. Turn the page.
Turn the page.
It's this one.
How my business is funded and supported. My family has helped me with prompting my business, promoting my business. It says, oh yeah. I use self-directed support funded by the state to hire staff to assist me with my business. I use some of my sales profits to put back into my business. I received a few grants. I don't know what that.
From RIDDC.
From RIDDC
And
and the Fogarty Foundation to help me with purchasing business supplies. The Outsider Collective organizes gallery shows that I participate in to sell my products. The RIDDC pays some of the vendor trade show fees so I can participate. Newspaper, TV shows helped promote my business so I get new customers. I'm a part of the Cross Disability Coalition's Speakers Bureau, and I get paid for presentations to talk about my business. That's the name. The picture above is me in my basement studio, and the one below is a picture of me in the newspaper from, I think, old art show I did. Next page. And my advice to others is take the business class and complete it all the way through. It will get tough at times, but you just have to keep going because it's worth it. Ask for help if you need it. Don't be afraid to reach out to places to sell your products and get your foot in the door. Don't give up and do what you love and have fun.
You can tell them, like, this is your note cards, and what do you have them in different shops?
And this is a pack of my note cards. I have them in all different shops. around the state. And I was gonna say, when Michael opens his new shop, I'm gonna start selling my stuff there too.
Tell them the pictures.
And the picture is of me doing a commission of paintings
Getting help
for, and I'm getting help from my dog. Turn the page.
Mhm.
And you can get in touch with me with my phone number, 401-523.
That's okay. That's the house number.
3018, or my actual cell is 401-523-0446.
Website.
And my website is www.rachelrasnick.com. And my, do I still do that?
Yep, you do a Facebook.
And my Facebook is www.facebook.com/RachelRasnickArt. And the last one is my Instagram, www.instagram.com/RachelRasnickArt. So if anyone wants to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram or at RachelRasnick.com. .RachelRasnick.art.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome. I think I'm done.
Are we done with the presentation? I just want to make sure before I stop sharing.
Sorry, I messed up a few times.
I think you did great. You've got some compliments in the chat that you are a very talented artist, and your work shows that. Thank you so much for sharing about Rachel Rasnick art. Can I go ahead and stop sharing the presentation and move to Michael? Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, Michael, you ready?
Yes, I am.
You're up.
All right. My name is Michael. I am the owner and co-owner of Red, White, and Brew and the Budding Violet. Next slide, please. I am a 28-year-old now, 27, whatever, with autism. I enjoy cooking and working with other people. I worked in a restaurant, well, volunteered in a restaurant as a prep cook until I was 21. At 21, I aged out of my program, and the business I worked at would not hire me to work. I discovered that a lot of my friends could not get jobs either. My friends have talents, skills, and so do I. This is my story. Next slide, please. My mom and I came up with an idea. What if we opened our business? My friends and families could help out, so we thought. What kind of business do I want? What kind of business do my friends and neighbors want? And that is coffee. Next slide, please. All right, about us. I now own the Red, White, and Brew coffee shop, where we sell coffee, teas, lattes, smoothies, and pastries. I also own the Budding Violet, which is a vendor retail store, which has entrepreneurs with and without disabilities selling their small business items and crafts. Next slide, please. Our service in our old location. So the picture on the left is the counter of the Red, White, and Brew, which is where I work on. And on the right is the Budding Violet, which is the vendor retail. Next slide, please. Why is this business important to me? I love that I get to work with my family every day. I get to advocate for people with disabilities. I love having a job and being my own boss. I also love coffee. Next slide, please. Why is being a business owner important? Being a business owner has given me self-worth. I really feel part of the community and I love to give back. I am very happy working with the general public every day. So the picture you see is I got a community hero award from my town due to everything I've done with the coffee shop, communities, and that's and changing the way people see disabilities. Next slide, please. How have the Rhode Island DDC business class helped you? I learned how to develop the skills I need to support my business to grow. I can now mentor and help others in becoming business owners. I have met some great people, continue to receive technical assistance from business mentors and the Rhode Island DD Council. And the top one is missing, so that one is the business class. Has really helped me be prepared to start my own business. Next slide, please. All right, what funding sources have helped you in your businesses? My family provide their time to work and support the business and also some financial resources. I use self-direct support from the state to hire support staff to help me with different aspects of the business. I received a startup grant from the Rhode Island Developmental Disabilities Council and the Rhode Island Foundation to purchase some equipment. We got a grant from the Sherlock Center for an accessible door for our new business location and a grant from the Morin Foundation for the equipment. Like with any new business, just that is starting, we invest money from sales back into the business to purchase other things we need. Next slide, please. What advice do I give to help others who want to start a business? Have patience, hope, believe in yourself, ask for business help, don't give up. Next slide, please. So this is a before and after. The one to the left is me sleeping on the floor at my old day program. And then the one on the right is me now.
And talk about the differences for a second. I mean, life is so different.
Yeah, my life is completely changed, which I'm very happy about.
The way you, I mean, you barely talk.
Yeah,
Talk about
I-
that for a second.
barely talked. I kept to myself. I was very like not paying attention to a lot of things. Like I wouldn't be making eye contact with people. Instead, I'll be looking at the floor. What else?
You didn't talk about your day.
I didn't talk about my day, nothing.
Frustrating.
Yeah, I got frustrated a lot. But now I'm always happy because I get to meet new people, see friends. So
Just part of
I am just part of the community now, which is very good.
What a nice feeling, huh? Welcome, welcome.
Next slide, please. That is a picture of me and my mom in front of our truffle case, along with my patch wall behind me, my challenge coin wall, which I get from police departments all around the state, all around the country, actually. to congratulate me on my business. Yep. Next slide. Please. Our contact information. The website for the Red, White, and Brew is www.redwhitebrewri.com. And then for the Budding Violet is www.buddingviolet.com. Our Facebook is Red, White, Brew RI and the Budding Violet. The emails for the Red, White, and Brew and the Budding Violet is redwhitebrewri@gmail.com. And for the Budding Violet is the buddingviolet@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear.
We would love to hear if you guys have any questions for me or any comments. Thank you. All right.
Thanks so much, Michael. Are you good with me to stop sharing the screen and we'll get into the conversation?
Yes, we are.
If Rachel and Michael, if both of you haven't checked out the chat yet, I think you should. There's some good stuff in there for you. Okay. Let's talk. We've got questions. I've got questions. And not a big order, but you both have such strong communities and networks. And I really believe being an entrepreneur, you got to kind of have that, whether you are working from home or if you have a brick and mortar. But what advice do you two have for other entrepreneurs who want to grow that community or even join a community, but they just don't know where to start? Michael, do you want to go first?
Rachel can go first.
Rachel, you're up.
Ladies first, right? Ladies first.
It's a loaded
Feel free to
question.
join too. Yeah.
Well, we have our, Michael and Rachel are very lucky to have parents who are very supportive, and a community that in Rhode Island that is very supportive of people with needs. So we were lucky enough Rachel was lucky enough that when she went to her agency as an adult and she started painting, they found this talent in her and hired an art teacher for her. And then one thing led to another, and she started painting more and painting more. And I'm not exactly sure where our IDDC came in with the agency, but somehow Rachel was asked to go to the business classes. And my husband went with her, and we learned how to run a business. It's something that we never, ever expected.
I didn't quite understand what they're talking about.
But Rachel has she has her sister, her dad, me.
Was that the woman
And,
for Enterprise Building?
Yes, yep. And a whole bunch of community people that help her with her business. And it's really been incredible. So as far as seeking out, it kind of just happened, and one thing led to another. And we're very lucky it did, because it's brought us so many wonderful people in our lives. And Rachel's made so many friends. Her confidence has gone so high. She never could have talked in front of anybody before. She used to go under the table and hide. So it's just
Or
been a lot.
hide in a box and fall asleep.
Michael, your turn.
So if you guys want to meet more of our entrepreneurs, we have a Thursday business meeting through the Rhode Island Disability Coalition and the DD Council. The DD Council has had tremendous support in this, and I also have to say thank you to Sue Baven for all her time and support that she's helped with us. She's become pretty big family to us.
Mhm. Yeah, I would
Right.
agree.
So both of you have strongly mentioned the RIDDC. You got to tell us about it. So tell us more, because I may be familiar with it and the Rhode Island crew is familiar with it, but we've got people coast to coast. So can one of you or all of you share your experience with RIDDC and how you got connected to such resource?
So with the Rhode Island GDC, we went through Sue Baben. She's the one that helped me, helped Rachel, helped all of our,
She is the council.
she pretty much is the council.
Right, she's it.
It wasn't for Sue's continuing to advocate for these guys, and she bangs down doors, she looks for opportunities, she seeks funding. It wouldn't be possible. Just to kind of give you an idea, we knew it wasn't working for Michael's day program. I knew life had to look better than him sleeping on the floor every day. I was his mom. I knew there was something untapped inside. How do we get there? And by the grace of God, I went to a meeting on the state level. I think it was like a community forum, something like that. And at the time I was a state worker, and I happened to kind of connect with Sue Baben. She was the firecracker in the room. She was the one I knew was going to move the needle. And we aligned and haven't looked back. We didn't own a business then. So when we say that it's all on Sue's shoulders, that's true. We went through the business classes, and I'm lucky enough now to be a mentor through those classes and an instructor. But Michael and I didn't even have a business plan. So to say that now it's built up to this 8 or 10 week program, and we cover social media, we cover your business plan, finances, how can we, braid some of this funding? How can you use your self-direct supports? What are some grants in the area? And that's how we've really built. Dozens of Michael and Rachel's peers have come through that class, and to see the change of these guys as human beings is what draws me. I'm not a human service person. This is not what I went to school for. And to see how, I remember Rachel, I don't know if you remember me at the that first class. I was like, hello, hello. And I mean, you didn't want to talk with us, you didn't want to look at us. And now when I see all you guys every Thursday at 3, it's amazing how work opportunities, employment, being part of the community has really drawn out the best of them. And I'm lucky to know all these women. I'm lucky to know Karen and Rachel. But Karen will tell you, if it wasn't for Sue Baben's persistence and all the doors she's had open for these guys, we wouldn't be sitting where we
I mean, Rachel didn't paint in high school. She took a couple art classes.
I sucked
I
at it.
expected her to be in, I just expected her to be in a I mean, she still goes to her program, but she's doing art programs. And I never expected her to have her own career. I thought, we did the job, like regular job training through, transition academies where they have you stock shelves with things and, supermarkets and bag groceries. None of it was for her. And it just was, when this happened, it just was like a light went off, and it was just incredible. And the weekly classes that we do, the weekly meetings, keeps everybody in touch with each other. And even if Rachel doesn't understand the business part, they talk about what shows are coming up. They talk about, they bring visitors in who are more successful in their businesses from other places to talk to us. And it's just encouraging and it's supportive. And then we all get together. Sue started the Small Business Saturday and invited all of us as vendors. And at least once a year, all these wonderful small businesses get together with 150 vendors from all over the state who don't have disabilities showing their wares. And it's just this great camaraderie and they feel like they're part of the real community in such a way that we never thought. And through all of this, Rachel was actually commissioned by our state senator last winter to do his holiday card that he sent out to people. She met the governor and he bought a piece of her artwork. So it's just been really exciting.
So, can you all hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Who is that?
I came and see.
I'm Sue. I'm Sue Baben. I work for the Rhode Island Developmental Disabilities Council. And real briefly, I just wanted to say 5 years ago, we did not have self-employment going on here in Rhode Island. So we kind of took the initiative to get a project up and running. It has expanded significantly. We run 8 classes, but it's the ongoing support that we provide to people that really makes the program successful. We have worked with over 150 entrepreneurs here in Rhode Island. So we've taken an opportunity of small business ownership, which wasn't a viable option for people. And now it's visible throughout the state. What we've done here in Rhode Island can be replicated in any state. If people want to know how to do that, you can get in touch with me through Sierra. We're already working with the state of Maine, who has implemented our curriculum, and we're providing technical assistance to them. So it's something that just about any state can do if you believe in it. And I'm really excited about having the opportunity to have our guys talk with you all today and share their experiences. Rachel and Michael, who didn't even know each other. Look at the friendship that you can see between these two folks right now. They did not know each other. And that's, that's one of the benefits of being involved with our project. It's not just, let me take the class and go home. No, it's the ongoing support, it's the networking, it's learning from one another and helping to promote each other's businesses.
Sue, thank you so much. And the whole group, y'all really took over that conversation. Thank you. But it's all about community, right? Like you guys are all so close, you work together, you meet, you catch up. But I think one of the things I'm hearing is that if you want to do something new or different, you kind of have to put yourself in new spaces and you have to ask for help.
Yes.
You've all shared in your presentations how important it is to ask for help, but to also accept help. Those are 2 very different things. But I would love if you 2 shared something along your entrepreneurial journey for something that you asked help for.
Well, Rachel could never run her business on her own.
Nope.
She does all the paintings.
My sister helped with my website, but
Right.
she's busy now.
And so her sister did all of her social media, put her on Instagram, on Facebook, did her website, and also did the slideshows for all of these entrepreneurs. She helped out with the slideshows for those. Mom runs the business because Rachel has difficulty with math and money skills. So that's where Mom comes in, making the arrangements for which shows we're going to do and who's going to sell her artwork. Has to be done by Mom, but she works in a gallery twice a month. She's an artist. She does that on her own now. She can sit in the gallery for 3 hours and watch it and look over it. So that's a growth that's been really incredible. And
I'm boring doing nothing.
and then she just, when she needs it, she asks for help.
Thank you.
You're
Michael,
welcome.
Sheila, what about you? What is something that you've asked?
Same thing with us.
Let her ask.
Yeah, what's something that you've asked help for?
My grandmother, as she takes care of our financials, which is good.
Yes, Dad for help.
We asked Dad for help. He used to work for the Rhode Island Department of Health. So he kind of helped us get like our permits for that all done. So we ask for help when we need it.
Perfect.
Go to our roaster when we need help.
Yes,
right?
we do.
Right,
We're actually waiting on our roaster to get a piece in for our espresso machine.
yeah, we need help fixing that. We
Yeah, our
don't have-
boiler cracked the bed.
So Michael, in your presentation, you shared a picture of yourself at day program sleeping. And
Yep.
then you as an entrepreneur at your own coffee shop. And then just the difference in those pictures is outstanding. And I don't know if you have checked the chat, but you are inspiring everyone here. Both of you are. And how you're talking about how employment and being out in your community has changed your lives. I would love to just maybe hear more about that. Whether like, have you both had traditional wage employment before starting your own businesses?
I haven't. I started,
Well, you worked in 6, I know you worked in the restaurant.
so I worked at a restaurant for
3 years,
yeah, 3 years.
but you were volunteering.
But I was volunteering through my school services program, so I wasn't getting paid at the time. And then once I turned 21, I applied for that restaurant for 4 years and didn't get a single call back. Yeah, and we're all surprised that how is it so hard for people with disabilities to get jobs compared to people who don't have disabilities.
And Rachel,
My brother, he actually is,
What is he, 7 months older?
my brother is 7 months older in 2 days.
So you never thought.
We never thought that that I would be able to not get a job, which kind of sucked at the time until we decided to open the brew,
Well, we weren't sure.
and we weren't sure.
Yeah.
My brother was, to my surprise, was the biggest Debbie Downer with it. He's like, you guys won't be able to do that. You've never worked in the coffee field. You never worked in the food industry.
You never owned a business.
Right. It was so funny. And
Yeah.
my brother to this day is shocked with everything. How successful we became. Like we were.
How you jumped in and,
Yeah.
I mean, you run the register, explain it. I don't know how to
I'm
use.
so we go through Square, which is our register system, and I'm a whiz. Like I could do it with my eyes closed. That's how good I am at the register.
And we weren't sure, right? I mean, here was a guy who was sleeping in his day program. You know, we opened up, we had the register set up and I was like, oh my goodness. Fingers crossed. And he took to it, he learned it, and you know, Square made it very easy. We started with pictures to kind of help say, oh, you know, this is the muffin, this is, and then we just kept growing and adding on, and he loves it. I mean, we were working 10-hour days,
6 to 6.
you know, because he had like a line out the door. People just wanted to come and support him, and it's been amazing. We're so lucky now. He kind of said it a little bit earlier. We're not currently open. We've moved to bigger space. We're collaborating with other people. And it's so awesome to have a safe space for Michael and his peers to all hang out. Everybody's comfortable. We welcome everyone. It's such, it takes the word community and makes it a verb. And it's really cool to see it and to see it's Michael and Rachel. Sure, they're good friends.
Yep.
But there's tons, like they have helped support newer students that come through the classes, and they help inspire those guys. And then it's kind of like a pay it forward. And I never expected this to go like it it has.
Mhm.
But his life is so full now. We went from, come on, Michael, we're going to dinner. We'd go to a restaurant, he'd have his hood on.
I'd be listening to music.
I'm like, Michael, what do you want? Not whatever, like a miserable human to, we now go out and people will come up to the table. Are you Michael? Are you Michael from the, like, or he can't go into a grocery store. Like, it's so nice to have these guys recognized for who they are. They're, wonderful humans. Yes, they have talents. We tapped into that, and to see the difference.
Yeah. And Rachel was during her transitioning between high school and adult services, you tried working in a preschool.
That was fun.
But she had to
I
take a
constantly got a little-
praxis, and she never would have passed the math praxis, so she couldn't work in a preschool.
I also needed CPR training, but.
And then she tried working in a dog groomer, but you need to be licensed to be a dog groomer. And there were just so many things that she tried, stocking the shelves in the.
This stuff I was talking about is kind of
Walgreens.
disgusting.
Right,
But
they were giving her gross things to stock that she didn't want to touch. And just now that she's painting and she's selling her artwork and we're going to shows, people come to the shows and tell her, I needed your note cards. I needed more note cards. So I came to the show just to get the note cards from you. So now, they're recognized in places and people are coming for them and for their talents and for their products. And it's really exciting. And, I don't know if Rachel always understands how incredible this is, because sometimes, as an artist, you go through slumps and you don't want to paint.
I
And
go
it's
through a lot of
lonely.
those.
But, then she goes to the shows and she sees how many people want her products and, the orders that we have on the website. She's got her artwork in London. She's got her artwork in Hawaii.
I do.
Yep. She's got her artwork all
What was
over
the
the
London?
United States. So it's really exciting. And that makes her motivated to do more.
Who do I know lives in London?
Some people put pictures and sent them to London.
Okay.
You're global, Rachel.
Global,
So are we too.
right?
We have followers in Australia.
Everyone loves coffee, or most.
Yep.
But also, you also sell coffee and treats. Like you can really
Yeah.
have something for everyone. So
It's always a happy feeling in the coffee shop. Because we
Yes.
walk through the door and we're in a happy place.
Yes. And also, I just like to go in there to get coffee and to bust Michael up.
Yes.
That's what Rachel and I do. We tease each other.
Yes, I go into. I go walking around, and then out of nowhere he comes behind me and scares me.
that's such a great compliment to hear that your space that you've created is happy.
Yeah.
It is-
And it's the parents have we've become it's just a wonderful community to watch our kids and see how they've grown in such a short, it's really only been 4 years.
Right.
It's a short period of
I
time.
knew Michael 4 years.
That's it, exactly. It
What?
Are you sure it hasn't
incredible.
been longer?
No, that's it, 4 years.
When it
It
comes
feels like
to-
longer, doesn't it, Rachel?
Like a lifetime.
Yes.
Yep.
when it comes to partnering with other businesses and even with yourself, with both of you, two-sided question for Rachel and Karen, how do you all go out and seek those partners to say, hey, can we be at this event? Hey, can we sell our items here? How do you do that?
As far as craft shows, applications come. There are some on Facebook, there are some on Instagram, and we've applied for some of those shows to be in. But as far as having her note cards sell in stores, I went shopping in a couple gift shops and I said, oh, you don't have any cards in here. You've got all these beautiful items. And if people come in to buy gifts, you don't have any cards. I said, my daughter is on the autism spectrum. She's an artist. She has no cards. How would you like to try a little rack of her cards in the shop? So we've done that at a dairy,
The
an ice
cheese
cream
shop.
shop, a cheese shop, a gift shop in another town. She has her art in Michael's shop. And they send her little checks and it's been wonderful. So it was just, that's all been like, oh, I'm going into a play. I went into the fish market yesterday. I'm like, oh, you have such nice items that people buy for gifts there, but you don't have any cards for people to pick up a card and, put it in with the gift basket. So that's happened a lot.
Asked. Yeah, so you just went in those spaces, saw a need and said, hey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we provide them the rack or the little, you were in a coffee shop.
Borealis.
And she's been in some coffee shops and had her art exhibited and sell note cards. So yeah, we're trying to spread the word.
Thank you. And then Michael and Sheila, you're kind of on that receiving end with Budding Violet. How do you go about, or maybe what do you do when other businesses approach you and say, hey, can we partner? What is that like on that other side of the perspective?
We just make room on our shelves.
It's that simple.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, we've been super lucky. Michael just opened the business. I don't know, it was around the holidays, so I think, that kind of helped catch on, but he kind of went viral for a little bit, so we've never had to reach out. We've always had people come to us and say, oh, we've read about you. We always make room for the vendors that come through our classes. That's a given because, these guys don't have as many opportunities. So we always make sure that there's room. And the products are wonderful, mind you. This isn't like, he has a disability, let's sell it. No, they make wonderful products.
Beautiful.
And what's nice here is you just drop off the product, we put it on the shelf. So people are buying a product because it's a good product, not necessarily because they're like, oh, this is charity work. Someone with a disability made this. And you can put your bio out and sometimes that helps with sales, but the products are phenomenal. And then even our roaster, they approached us, a local roaster said, hey, sure you can we partner? And we had a different roaster, but Michael wants to go, he's going to go grab the bag. The guy comes walking in and it's a coffee and it says Michael's Blend and it's got our logo on it. And he's like, do you want this? And I was like, of course I want that. I want a lot of that. So we were really lucky and they're the most wonderful people in the world. So I think that's also to be successful in your business. If you surround yourself with good people and a good product, people feel that. Like Karen said, you can feel that when you come into the store because they're all happy, they're excited, they're selling their things. And that's contagious and people want to be a part of that. So go ahead, you can show you.
So this is what we get from our roaster. It's a 5-pound bag.
And it's going to be backwards, but
No, it's
that's
not.
that's our logo and it says Michael's Blend. If that's not a good marketing tool, that roaster was pretty smart because we were like, oh yeah. And then that he'll weigh them out and those are what we sell in the store.
Yeah.
So.
And do you sell those online too?
Yep.
Perfect. Did everyone hear that? You can buy coffee and art.
And if you need holiday cards, Rachel has holiday cards and she has really nice little prints and we send them free shipping. She has all of her little products also that we're making for the holidays and mugs. So there's a lot of nice little gift items. And we ship everything out too.
Perfect. So
And it's a beautiful product, right? Like I have one of Rachel's paintings. Rachel, it's the one, I don't know if it has the name, it's the elephant one.
Yeah, mom's love.
Yeah, that's one. And in my home, and it's big. It's, I don't know, but,
No, I didn't even put painting on.
and people come in and they love it. You know, oh, where did you get that? I mean, it's just, she's a wonderful artist.
Thank
And
you.
it's so, no, you're welcome. But you know, that one's always my favorite.
She's awesome at what she does.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So with with a lot of entrepreneurs, the passion is there, the product or service is there, but sometimes it's the funding, right? It's the funding that gets kind of stressful. It's maybe the biggest barrier. What advice do you all have to other entrepreneurs here or even their support teams to kind of navigate the stress that comes from figuring out the funding part of the business?
I think one of the biggest barriers for people with disabilities and self-employment is, I know there's a lot of concern about losing benefits, and that's a problem. But if you're careful, and so just on our story, Karen can have a different story, I'm not sure. We take almost everything that we've earned through the store, we reinvest it, and we get like bigger and better things. So when we first opened our truffle case, we bought it secondhand online.
Yep.
Our deli cases, we went on Facebook Marketplace. We got a lot of stuff like that. And then as we make money, now we have a brand new truffle case. You know, we just continue to invest what we make. So he has not had any worry of a loss of benefits because he's not making, we will get to a point that we've got to make some decisions, but SSI, SSDI, the Medicaid piece, it's all written and you have certain guidelines. And as long as you meet with a benefits counselor and they go over your case specifically, they let you know exactly what you can make per month. And like I said, if we make $500 in a day, that's not $500. You know, our products cost us, $200. The lights and the rent, that costs another $100. So it's not like every time you go to a show, you have to worry, oh my God, I just sold $200 worth. There go my benefits. It's when we kind of go over a lot of that, expenses, your mileage, your fee to go to that vendor show, like all of that goes into your expense to be self-employed. So then that really draws down on what you've made. And as far as what Michael is not making per dollar, because we do invest it right back in our business, it has come back tenfold for us in his personality and his behaviors and his like life and his friendships. And I can't put a dollar amount on that. So that's our story. Karen, I don't know if you're.
No, the same thing with Rachel. So, she started out, when she first started out with that business grant, she started out her business with $2,000.
I didn't even know.
We bought paints and
spending money at
canvases and business cards. And as she makes money, and we bought a tent, we bought tables. She wanted new tablecloths this year. We bought new tablecloths because she didn't like the old ones. We're buying more supplies and just reinvesting. So now we get nicer, more expensive paints, better quality paints. We get better quality canvases. So
I need to
know,
get money
so
for better
brushes.
brushes.
So that's, it all
See,
goes right
so-
back into the business. But again, she's busy, she's happy, she's doing a job that she loves doing. And now she's starting to expand because she does some knitting, she wants to do some weaving,
Pottery.
she wants to do pottery. So
and
now,
woodworking
so
maybe.
now I have this money for her to take a class. So she can take a pottery class. That we won't go into our funding because she doesn't have any more funding for that. But now she's made enough money that we can invest in some courses that she might want to take. So we just keep, it keeps reinventing herself, growing as a person, as an artist, experimenting with new ideas that she wants to do. And the money is there now to be able to do those things, which is really nice.
both pointed out or shared two crucial things about entrepreneurship. And it is the first one, you can start small. You can start with a secondhand item. You can start with a canvas that might not be the best, but you're still creating that same quality art. And then that second piece being you have to keep learning. Because if you want to grow, growth comes with change. And so you have to keep doing different things that allow you to continue to get bigger and better. I love that. Thank you so much. So I have two more questions, and then I'm going to open it up to the group so they can ask you guys some questions because there's some in there. First is, what is something that you two are excited about right now for your businesses? What are you looking forward to?
Opening.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen also. Small Business Saturday for me.
Sadly, I won't be there this year.
Well, you'll be there.
Well, volunteering, yes, but not as a vendor. So you'll still get to see me, Rachel.
Yay.
Perfect. And then what are a couple of ways that everyone who is watching this now and in the future on this recording, how can they support your businesses?
By going to our Facebook, our website, our Instagram. Follow us
Liking. Liking your website at Rachel, your
Yes.
Facebook and Instagram at Rachel Rasnick Art.
Yes, and same thing, looking at my website,
Rachel Rasnick.
following me on Instagram.
Yeah.
our Facebook and Instagram doesn't look so well right now because we don't really have anybody who can do it very well. We're trying to get my brother to do it. He's too busy. My support staff, I don't have him at the moment
We're in the
because
same boat because we're in the same boat
My
because
sister used to do it, but she's busy. She lives in
Boston and got a
Boston.
big promotion and she's busy with her new job. So I've got to try to figure out how to do that. And
Karen, it's hard.
it's hard.
It's not even like hard, right? I can take a little video and I can learn what Instagram is and I can understand.
so she enjoys the media part,
Are
just
we-
not the social.
Yeah, like, I'm like, how do I get this picture that's on an iPhone?
Right. And
Through the
somebody coined, not to be, no pun intended. Somebody coined the phrase that I spoke to and called herself the momager. So I've taken that. So being the momager is our, we're gonna
think
take it to
that
the next
was-
step.
Yeah, and where do you fit that in? And that's another good point, thanks for asking, where you don't have to be good at everything all the time.
Right.
And those seasons kind of come and go. Michael had support staff that was very good at his social media. I took that for granted because I didn't realize, that was, so now we are trying to open it and we're here first thing in the morning and we leave at 5 or 6 at night and we're painting and we're putting furniture together and we're building displays. And by the time I get home at 6, eat at 7, you think I feel like putting something happy out to the world? No, I'd be like, yeah. So it's like, and then I'll talk to, so we'd have our Thursday classes, we meet as a group, and sometimes we just cover things, not a on-point business plan piece, but the cover of social media. And the woman that works with us, Deb, she taught us all, listen, you can just do it all on Sunday and like prepare it for the week, put it in the calendar, and then every day it will post for you. Oh my God, that sounds wonderful.
Except you have to set it
Sunday
up.
comes,
You have to
I
set
have no clean underwear. Like I'm doing laundry all day. I'm trying to vacuum. I've got the dog to wash. What? Now I gotta go through my photos that I didn't
And I'm a
remember.
full-time, I'm a teacher, so I work full-time also during the week. So getting home and she gets home and pushing her to do what she needs to do. So the social media part is a little tough.
Yes.
Rachel, I'm in the same boat.
Yes.
I'm in the same boat.
Or
My
then I
mom
want to
would
get a picture
try to
and
nudge me
turn
to
and
say
say,
it, but I
Rachel,
don't feel
smile.
like it.
Right, smile, yeah.
Yeah, smile, Rachel, we're taking your picture. And they're like, I want to smile. Okay, we'll do it
Right.
later. It's just,
I
it's
was like,
not
this week, the meeting, my mom's like,
Yeah.
Rachel, take your hand away. I'm
I
like,
know.
right. You're right. So Karen, we're trying, right? We are,
Right.
I just don't want anyone to go to our social media and be like,
What?
so they around. I'm working on it and maybe tonight.
So you can
Yeah,
always
I
reach
know
out to
Charlie.
us. You can always
You
reach out
have
to
to
us.
go
We have
far.
email, we've got our website. You can always ask questions. We don't know if we'll always have the answers, but we try.
she might, I won't.
If we don't have the answers, we call Sue Baber.
Right.
Sue, no pressure, but you are very loved in this group.
Yes.
Thank you.
So yes, I just started sharing the screen. We've got Rachel and Michael's information on there. If you haven't already, please click on their websites, follow them. That is one of the best ways and easiest ways to support entrepreneurs, is to follow their social media platforms and to go to their websites. And both of them are great options for the holiday shopping that's right around the corner. All right, so I'll open up the questions to anyone. Let me see here.
Oh, and I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Molly, for sharing the contact information for both of them in the chat. And then do we have any questions?
Yeah, this is Molly speaking, and I also just turned my camera on. It's possible, Lexi, to spotlight me. Or maybe I can spotlight myself. Hold on a second here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so it has been a very active group in the chat. Lots going on in the chat box. So I have been responding to a lot of people's questions. A lot of people were asking for ideas for some funding, some startup funding ideas in their state. And I was sharing with folks some links to some resources that are kind of state specific. One person asked a question, and that in the chat, and that was the resources that you all have been sharing, Rachel and Michael, are those specific, all the resources you've been sharing, are those specific to people who have a developmental disability, or are any of them resources that are open to anybody?
I don't know. I think the Rhode Island Disability Council was people who have disabilities, but she did get, she's gotten grants from the Rhode Island State Council on the Arts, which is supporting artists and all types of art in the whole state of Rhode Island. And that's
Molly, to answer your question, the council's project is funded by the State Department of Labor and Training. So anybody that goes through our classes, and we originally started as a project that was specifically for people with disabilities, and we've expanded it to anybody in the state with and without disabilities. So now we run integrated classes. And those mini grants that we give out are really for anyone that goes through the classes. So you don't have to have a disability, but you do have to go through our project in order
Great.
to get the mini grant.
Thanks, Sue. And I think what's true is a lot of the resources you guys have been using are specific to Rhode Island. So that might also be a layer for those who are in other states to take into account. And I did want to just mention those links that I've been sharing in the chat that are state specific are not specific to having a developmental disability. So I would check those out for those states that you're in. That's great. There was one more follow-up about some of the resources you've shared. Someone asked a question, and Michael, I think this might have been related to something on one of your slides where you mentioned that you you're in a self-directed support program, and they asked what that is. So if maybe you could just take a minute to explain what that is, or a short little explanation.
So self-direct is you basically can control your own schedule for staff or doing things out in the community. You can hire your own staff. You're not at a program doing what the program wants, but you're doing what you want instead of something state funded.
And Rachel Rachel is also self-directed. And with the funding that we get from the state, we've kept her in a program. She goes 3 days a week she goes 1 day a week to a state funded program. 2 days a week, we've taken the money and she's in an art program. And then 2 days a week, she has a staff person.
I like the art program. a
So,
lot better
right,
than
and the art program has mostly people with special needs in it, but it's a nonprofit, but it's not a state-run program. So we've been able to decide how to use Rachel's state funding the way we want, and that's what state directed is. She used to be in a program 5 days a week. And now that we're self-directed, we choose what she wants to do, when she wants to do it, and how long she wants to do it.
Yes. The other program changed since COVID, so I stopped doing that one and
Right. So now that she's self-directed, now we decide, and it's much, much better.
And Molly, there's a number of states across the country that have self-directed programs. The other thing that's interesting about it is when Rachel and Michael are hiring their own staff, they also get to decide how much money they want to pay their staff per hour. And we now have a mandate here in Rhode Island that the minimum rate of pay that people have to receive is $20 an hour. I think we're the highest in the country. So all of our support staff, whether they work in self-direction or whether they work for a community agency, the minimum rate of pay is $20 an hour, which is really awesome. And with self-directed, people can go up to $35 an hour for their staff. So that's why they're both saying with self-directed supports, they get to hire people that can help them to promote their business and help them to do things that are involved with the development of the business.
Great.
Yeah, because Rachel even works, she's a dog walker a couple days a week. So she has a little side business also. And her staff person takes her to the dog, takes care, sits and watches her and make sure she's safe with the dog and going into this person's house and taking the dog out and playing and takes her on her errands and does all that stuff with her. But she, so that's something she does on the other days. So she's busy.
I wanted to also mention there was a question in the chat about reposting a link. And one thing I want to share that's going to be good news is that the amazing National Disability Institute that creates the space for this webinar, they send out an email with the link to the information about the webinar, and they share all the links that were in the chat. So you'll be getting you'll be getting information via email with those links. But I will also repost the link that you can use to get to, and some instructions on how you can get to the different resources by state. Great.
All right, so we've got one final question, and that is from Britt in the chat. Does anyone have advice for people with disabilities who don't have family support but want to start their own business?
Say start small. If you have staff people that work with you, ask them for help. If you go to a program, tell them that you're interested in something. Advocate for yourself and don't let people say you can't do that. So if you want to knit, maybe they can get some yarn. Maybe they can find somebody who wants to help you knit. If you want to paint rocks and sell your rocks, like people sell those little mandalas and, whatever it is you want to do, ask somebody, whether it's a staff person, somebody that helps you out, and start small.
Also, follow your heart on whatever you want to do. Like for us, it was working in the food industry. Well, for me,
Yeah, not me. No,
she's not one for that.
I'm not following my heart, so listen to him.
I went through a vocational program in Massachusetts because I was in a program up there once. And I did carpentry for 1 year. I was decent at it, but then I did culinary for a year and I just stuck to it. And when I got home, and I've just followed that dream of wanting to work in a restaurant, I wanted to work with a bakery. Whatever it is in your heart that you want to do, follow it, advocate for it, whether you're in a program or not, just make sure that those people know that you want to do this and it's not what they want you to do.
Right, and keep
Because
asking.
I had a program that I went to that had me doing stocking shelves, had me doing like crazy things, putting lamps together, actually.
Yes, you
I
Oh
did
my
that
gosh, Rachel
also.
did
That
that
was fun because I
too.
was able to buy some stuff pretty cheap.
I also assembled
All the
lamps.
programs do the same.
Right, it's like a
same menial
carousel.
things.
So they
Yeah.
finally put me in a restaurant for food prep, which is the restaurant I applied to for 4 years and got nothing.
So just follow your heart and keep asking people. Don't ever give up on yourself, ever, ever, ever. And one person will come along and be that right person,
Exactly.
help guide you.
I can never.
And
work
try
in
new
food.
things. You know, to Michael's point, he thought he wanted to be a carpenter,
Yeah, wanted to work with wood.
you know, and then he's like, all right, I guess I'll try this other program that's available to me. And that
I just
ignited,
fell in love with it.
right, that ignited something else. So don't always just stick to what you think you like,
Right.
what you think you're good at. Try different stuff and you might realize, you know, take an art class, take a woodworking class. Libraries offer lots of opportunities. Look at some free resources in your area. And, you know, you could probably connect with someone.
Yeah, and we have a lot of small businesses. We've got people who are doing photography and selling their photography. We've got somebody who's a beekeeper and he sells his own honey. There's somebody who makes candles and sells his candles. So find something that you might be interested in and keep at it, or try something new and keep at it. And all you have to do is find that one person who's interested in whatever it is you're interested in, and they'll be there to support you, and it starts growing.
Thank you for sharing. Tova, it looks like your hand is up. Would you like to ask a question?
I actually was just about trying to put this in the chat. There's a suspicion that I have something on the autism spectrum, but we don't know yet because I have a bunch of other disabilities. But I do want to say that I got involved in Ticket to Work, and lucky me, after calling, do not ask how many Ticket to Work vendors, I found somebody in another state. I'm in California. The woman I'm working with is actually out in Hawaii, and I have a meeting with her soon. And I am I'm looking into a self-employment goal myself, not in the arts, not in the fields that our speakers are in, but I'm really, really glad that I came to this, and just wanted to say to others who are on this call, who may be people with developmental disabilities or their family members or support staff, do not think that self-employment is impossible. If you are working with somebody from Ticket to Work, don't stay with someone who's pushing you down not to do it. You have to be working with people, whether it's regional center type people, day programs, Ticket to Work. They have to be willing to work with the self-employment goal. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a big mess. So that's the first question you ask with Ticket to Work. You must ask, do you work with self-employment goals or not? Because that led me into trouble several times. And DOR was Department of Rehabilitation for me here in California. Did not work out either. But we're just waiting to see if I qualify for regional center. That's the
Good
my
luck, Tova.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you so much, Tova.
Thanks for listening to me.
Yeah, thank you.